My name is Kewe and I am the Queen of Analysis. Today I'm going to be talking about the Nigerian police force. You would agree with me that Nigeria is such a blessed country, a country flowing with milk and honey, a country that has so much natural resources, human resources, a country that is also very religious. That is, we have the God factor. However, even though we have these three things, the natural resource, the human resource, and the God element in our country, the country is not moving forward. The country has not grown. The country instead has been on a huge decline. There has been an increase in insecurity, poverty, decline in healthcare, in the educational sector. I mean, we can mention a lot of all these things. We have not seen improvement. However, we have only seen a decline in these areas. But today I'm going to focus on the Nigerian police. Now, somebody sent me a video about something that happened somewhere in Nigeria, and I'm going to play that video for you guys to watch. But in the meantime, let's talk about the Nigerian police force. It is so unfortunate, like I said, that even though Nigeria is so blessed with so much resources, people, and and all these things, the country has not moved forward because we have been led by people who do not care, who do not have the best interest of Nigeria at heart, but are more concerned about stomach infrastructure, what they can do for themselves and for their families. And that is why this country has not been able to move forward, regardless of the fact that we have everything we need to make progress, but we are not making progress. The Nigerian police force is led by the Inspector General of Police, and then we have the Inspector General of Police, we have the Assistant Inspector General of Police, we have the Commissioner of Police, we have the DPO, and it just goes on like that. But I don't understand why, even though we have these people in leadership, the police force is not as coordinated, as organized, as disciplined as it's supposed to be. And what comes to mind is who is leading? Because if you look at in the context of an organization, leadership is always held responsible when things don't go as they should. If, for example, an administrative officer or a front desk officer is not doing her job, who is going to be held responsible for that? It's going to be the person who manages the front desk, who will be maybe the administrative manager. Now, if we bring this to the police force, we see police officers doing things the way they like, acting in any, just acting in a way that is not, in a way that does not conform with what should be obtainable in the police force. Before I go any further, I'm going to play you this video for you to see. Just take a look at this video.
And you are collecting money from motorists. I see you block the road. Collecting money from No. Hold on. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. You blockade the road just because you were collecting money from motorists. You did not do that. Who said you did not do what? So why did you block the road? No, why did you block the road? That is not happening. Why did you blockade the road? It doesn't happen. No, tell us why you blockade the road.
Excuse me.
You don't need to call anybody. Nobody is touching you. Nobody is touching you.
Okay, if any policeman shoot on the air here, me, my hand go touch you.
They're not going to touch you. Okay.
Yeah, so my hand go touch you.
How many people will they shoot? And I'll make sure everybody ends here.
Because
including myself. Nobody shoot.
You blockaded the road. You were collecting money from motorists.
My bed is here because of this.
Now, accident has happened. Your colleagues run away. Why did you run away?
Where are you even going?
Where are you going to? No, why did you run away? Why did you run away? All your colleagues have run away. Why?
Tell them to come.
Please.
Stay one place.
Carry this one.
Why you?
So stay here. Call them again. I told him.
Why did that run away?
You should call them to come back. You should call them to come back. That's why you go to accident. You run away.
bread.
You don't do.
Hey, don't pay me. I don't want to pay.
You didn't come here with any phone.
You did not come here.
My hot temper
was the one that went and
don't provoke me, oh.
Nobody
Don't provoke, don't do that.
Okay, let me tell you, you are the one putting fear in yourself. I've told you that nobody will beat you.
Nobody will
Just stay here.
Don't provoke me,
All we
oh.
want
I just
now,
said this car.
what we want is this.
Eh?
Who is accepting responsibility?
Hold on.
Yes.
Exactly.
Somebody must accept
For
responsibility.
police to
The police
now,
people.
It was caused
Now
by
police, the Nigerian
collecting money for motor.
the only problem I gave
do
you.
200. Every motor do 200.
down,
You don't know if that person carry SB. You don't know if that person carry SB.
down,
Only
calm
to
down.
200. You take to 200. You cannot know if that person take it. You don't
Call them,
know.
call your people. Call them to come.
Why they wrong?
Tell anybody to help you come and make the call. If you have any
Small house, my phone. Even the road
Come on,
safety, why
nobody's
did
going
they
there.
run?
I'm
The
not
road
going there.
safety, that was supposed to be controlling traffic. Road safety
Nobody's
run.
going there.
All of you are here collecting money from motorists.
They don't change clothes now. They don't change clothes. Even though the road safety has
He didn't decide. He didn't decide.
He was running away. How are you running away? If you know accident has happened, you are a senior police officer, you should control issues here. Why are you running away? Road safety, you are here with no safety. They have run away. People that were supposed to be here clearing the road. You can't mind the
Look at what it costs. Look at what it costs. Who are the police?
No, I'm not talking about.
Why are you at the motor?
Okay, go on your trailer here.
You are at the boss.
Okay, boss. Na moto agwụrụ agwụ ọ butere injin ya finally. Ọ butere injin ya. Where the police now? It's only him remain here.
It's only him now.
What with the
Run away.
And they ran away. They ran away.
They run away.
They ran away.
We're supposed to give account of what happened here.
That is me here now.
No, not you. If we didn't force you to be here, you won't.
You
would
were
not
running
be here.
away. Your colleagues
What are you telling
were running
me?
away.
Unless
You
you
were
are
running
running away and they told you to come.
What is the next line of
Take
action?
responsibility.
Yes.
It was
That's what we want. That's what we want.
Nothing else.
Next action, okay?
somebody so he must accept responsibility.
Police in this country, there is a problem. Police, no, I say a problem. Guys, people get here get too much.
What on this thing? They're not going to this thing.
Police in this country, they can't take a road.
They don't run now. They don't run.
Cause problem, they don't run.
Now don't say to become here, make they control this thing.
Now, when they put online, when they see what they cost for road,
You guys have watched the video. You guys have seen what happened. These police officers stopped motorists, they barricaded the road, stopped motorists, and were collecting 200 naira from motorists that were passing by. And because of what they did, there was a ghastly motor accident at that spot. And after it happened, road safety ran away, the police officers ran away, and only this one police officer was left. Maybe he couldn't escape. And, so he was the one everybody was now holding accountable for what had happened. And my question is, why will Nigerian police officers be begging for 200 naira or asking, maybe forcefully in some type of way, for 200 naira from citizens? Are they that hungry that they cannot, that 200 naira is just what they need? Don't they pay them salary? How much are they paid? We have heard allegedly that some of them, the heads of their units, actually send them out and give them targets for the day, saying you must come back to this station with so amount of money. So it is upon them to make sure that they make that money when they go out on the road to do roadblocks and road checks. And my question to the leadership is, who is checking these police officers? They are behaving in a manner that is not supposed to be consistent with the police. If these people can stand to take 200 naira from motorists, imagine when insurgents and criminals offer them 500,000, as little as 500,000, as little as 200,000. They will conform, they will succumb to them because they need money. They are, should I say, broke? Or I don't know, maybe poverty will make them say, oh, why am I stressing myself? Why don't I just... These people can decide to start working with, and I know I made a video about this sometime where I said, look into the salary of police officers, check their welfare, check what you are doing, because when you hand over gadgets, I don't want to use, you know the word I mean, when you hand over these instruments to these guys, you are handing over weapons to these people that they can later even use against the citizens, because you've handed them on a platter of gold. They carry it all about them. I told you, in other countries, you don't see these people with weapons. And it may be for a peradventure, nobody wants to give them this 200 naira. They can just release. Yes. Accidental discharge. And then things will be spoiled. Who is checking our police officers? I'm asking the Inspector General of Police. How are you people putting checks on police officers to really see what they are doing when they are outside? Have you thought about investing in body cameras, in body cams like other countries do, so that when people bring allegations against them, we can actually check to see what's happening? Do you people say, oh, we're not going to give you these ammunitions anymore to take out because we don't know what you're going to use them for? To be honest, I'm not going to tell you 100% that I have the solution, because I do not. However, I want to plead with the leadership of the Nigerian police force. The onus and the responsibility is on you to look into what your officers are doing when you send them out. How do you recruit them? How do you train them? Are they properly trained? Because the way they stop vehicles, the way they speak to people is all wrong. And while I know that the citizens have their problems and they also need, they need to be reformed as well, if the police officers are doing their job, people will start to adjust. People will begin to adjust because they can see that, oh, this is now a no-nonsense regime. This is now a time where you don't go scot-free by giving the police 200 naira. This is the time where the police is not cheap, that you can bribe the police. You need to do the right thing as a citizen. Do the right thing. Do it yourself, even if nobody is watching. When people start to see that you can't give the police money, anything you do wrong, you are taken to the station and due process, the country will start to get better. I think the police force needs to be better trained. I think you need to look into the training. You need to look into recruitment. Don't just take anybody who feels like, I just feel like being a police officer. Why do you want to be a police officer? You need to have psychological checks and tests on these people before putting them out on the road. I don't know. I have made my point. And I don't know what you guys think. You can tell me in the comment section, because I don't know everything. I can only give my view and my opinion on several things. So I'd like to hear what you guys think in the comment section. However, I will still say the same thing. Please, Inspector General of Police, sir, look into the police force. There's so much more that can be done with your team, that people would have good things to say about them, because the way they act on the road these days is just... Recently, we know what happened to a child that was going to WAEC, accidental discharge. I'm going to make another video of another police officer with their ammunition on top a vehicle, and they were driving them away. That is uncoordinated behavior that shouldn't be consistent. With the police force. My name is Kewe Akindola, and I'm the Queen of Analysis. I will see you in my next video. Please like, share this video, subscribe, and so that others can get access to the content that we are sharing. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and share. Ciao, ciao.